Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. It is a gorgeous day in Corpus Christi, Texas. We are on Shoreline Drive. Corpus Christi Bay to our left, downtown Corpus Christi to our right. I think it's about 86 degrees. I just saw on my phone 89 degrees in Philadelphia. Yikes. Got some complaints from about the last few videos. I didn't tell a dad joke, so sorry about that. I didn't think you people enjoyed horrible jokes, but if you insist. Did you hear about the toddler that got arrested for refusing to take a nap? Yep, he was resisting arrest. Boom, horrible joke out of the way. Let's enjoy the ride. The sun is really trying its best to come out. They were calling for a sunny day about an hour ago. Technically the sun's out. It's just super hazy. But that's okay. We can enjoy a ride along the water. When we leave the downtown area, it'll open up a little bit. And we'll see if we make it all the way down to where the Navy base used to be. Naval Air Station, Corpus Christi. NASCC. I've told this story before, and I'll tell it again if you'd like to fast forward 18 seconds. When I first moved here, there was a sign on the Crosstown Expressway with an arrow that said NASCCSPID. I had no idea what any of that meant. And I later learned it stood for Naval Air Station Corpus Christi, South Padre Island Drive. So unless you lived here, you had no idea what that sign says. And if you lived here, you probably didn't need that sign. But then again, if you were looking for the Navy base, the Naval Air Station, I'm sure you knew what NAS stood for. Not me. A lot of improvements along Shoreline Drive, which I believe changes to Ocean Drive down here a little bit. I want to call the whole thing Ocean Drive, but they've made a lot of improvements to the parks here and the landscaping. Corpus Christi is really trying. I said it in another video, but last time I looked, it was like the 58th largest city in the United States. It's got a lot of really cool things here, like these little patches of brick and stone. Lots of awesome places to eat, little quirky places. I don't think I ever saw a covered basketball court, covered outdoor basketball court until I moved to Texas. We just passed one on the left. There's a statue of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And I believe that is from the Fish and Loaves miracle. Emerald Beach Hotel. Did a lot of pickups there driving for Uber and Lyft. But I was rambling about something, guys. What was it? Something about my childhood. And covered basketball courts. Thank you, Lisa. Covered basketball courts. When I saw them, I thought it was for the rain. And then when I lived here for a few years, I realized it doesn't rain in Texas, and it's to protect you from the sun. So that actually took me a little while. It does rain in Texas, just not that often. Not in this part of the world. Since I moved here, it's hurricanes 1, droughts 38, so seems like we're always in a drought. Or if you really want to get fancy, a water deficit. I don't remember, like living in Pennsylvania for 40 years, I don't remember them having to show reservoir levels. And on on the weather report here, that's kind of a common thing to show you what our water levels are at. Live in different parts of the world, you learn different things. Cole Park on our left. I've done a lot of videos, guys, from Cole Park and each little park along the way. They have a good amount of just little tiny park areas. Cole Park's a pretty good sized park. It's got a new pier, and they usually have food trucks. There's a skateboard park there. It's got, what do you call those outdoor things? What do you call those outdoor things where you can go to hear music and things like that? Yeah, it's got one of those. When I was young, I didn't know what things were called. And then I spent 20 years learning what they were called. And now that I'm 61 years old, I spend time forgetting what they were called. I was driving this morning, and I went, where am I at, where am I at, where am I at? That's it. The sad part is, look at these houses are gorgeous. I've done slow drives here where we just kind of looked at rich people's houses and then kind of just spray painted their front walks. And people are passing me on the right. That's a bad sign. As soon as I'm clear, I'll move over. Don't want to be a hindrance to the community. There's a lot of really nice houses over here. And then if you just go in a few blocks towards the water, there's a lot of really nice areas. A lot of really kind of kitschy restaurants that are kind of out of the way places. But there's not just nice houses along here, there's compounds. You know, a lot of turrets. There's a lot of money here. Did a video yesterday of the murals in downtown Corpus Christi, and that was kind of fun. I saw the new Farrah Fawcett mural, and I hadn't seen that one before. And it looks like the famous poster, but it's just her, basically just like her face and shoulder. I'm sure it's from the second most famous version of that poster, the one where Farrah's wearing the red bathing suit. But it's pretty awesome. Wasn't Farrah married to Lee Majors? And I'm sorry guys, I'm going 40 and a 40, so that's why everyone's passing me and giving me dirty looks. Ooh. What is this park here? I know what this park is called. Rogers Park. It's a nice park. Looking out towards the water, towards Corpus Christi Bay. It's just super, super hazy. That's one of the bad things about living along the coast. At least since I've moved to Texas, we'll just get days and days, or weeks and weeks of just kind of overcast haze, like there's no chance of rain. It's just weird. I wish we would either get rain or sunshine. But tomorrow we're right back to haze. So I'll take this little bit of sunshine while we can. I learned something interesting yesterday that probably the rest of you learned 40 years ago. Okay, so the song You're So Vain. And what I didn't learn was who sung it. Was it Carly Simon who sung You're So Vain? You're so vain. Do you know who sang backup on that song? Do you? You have to answer me when I ask you a question. Okay. Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones sang the backups on that during the course. And it's uncredited on the album. And now that I know that, when I listen to that song, all you can hear is Mick Jagger. It's, you know, he's not even singing background. He's singing at the same level or more than Carly Simon. I never noticed it before. Mick Jagger has a very distinctive singing voice. What does that have to do with driving in Corpus Christi? Absolutely nothing. I only have so many Farrah Fawcett stories I can fall back on. We did pass the turn a little while back while I was blabbering that would take us to Selena's grave, and I've made a video from there before. We're right by the yard arm, really good food. If we made a right up here, it would take us to the Post, which has excellent food, and in the same little development, Hester's Cafe. That's the one to go to. Really good, great place to go for brunch. Corpus has a lot of good things. Corpus, like every city, has good points and bad points, but the water views are awesome. I really like the ship watching in this area. The beaches here are outstanding. There's a lot to do if you're young and happy. I'm old and I don't like people, and I get to do that a lot too, so I really like Corpus. Here's the American Bank Center, kind of back where we started. I've seen Willie Nelson and Jamie Johnson there. I've seen ZZ Top there with Steve Miller, and I've seen The Cure there. I've also seen WWE. I still have friends that are involved in the WWE, and they'll still call up with free ticket offers, which is pretty awesome of them. And what else did I see there? Oh, a few Corpus Christi Ice Rays, professional hockey team they have here in Corpus. So you can come all the way down here and see an ice hockey game. That's pretty cool. Palm trees are beautiful. It's just I've been waiting to come here for a sunny day, because this street really lights up. Yeah, so we're on Ocean Drive right now. At some point it changed from Shoreline to Ocean Drive, even though we never made a turn. Lots of development coming here. It's just a nice area. I used to drive this all the time from Portland down to the college down here, and we'll pass the college and go down to the Navy Gate, which should be closed, and we can see what's down that far. I haven't been down here in about a year, and it looks like, I mean, it's a super clean area. They're really trying, they're putting the effort into it. I haven't seen any reports lately, but it was probably last year at this time they were spotting, oh boy, here's another word. What do you call those sea elephants, kids? They're in Florida. Yeah, it's fun being old. Not an alligator, not a crocodile, but a manatee. Thank you. Who yelled that one out? Was that Raccoon Little Bear? Thank you. Manatee. Manatees are cool, but they've spotted them here. And then about maybe 6 months ago, they spotted them up north of here in Holiday Beach, which is also north of Rockport, where I do most of my videos from. Trying to make videos in Rockport and then get out at least once a week and film something. I think last week we went to Goliad, and the week before that we went to Port Lavatka and Indianola and Tivoli. Go straight. If we make a right, it'll bring us over to SPID, which stands for, I already told you, I told you there was going to be a quiz when we started this. South Padre Island Drive. This is Innis Jocelyn that we're crossing. So they got gas here for $3.05 a gallon. It's been consistently under $3 for the most part. Usually somewhere around $2.90. And then I get my gas at Murphy's, so I can get another 10 cents off using my little discount points that I've saved up. Right on the right is Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi, right on the water. What I found out was, when I would pick people up here, college kids, you know, sometimes professors, they were good tippers. That's a little protest there on the left. I think that's to do with Israel and Palestine and the Gaza Strip. I mean, there's literally 5 people, maybe 4. But good for you for peaceful protest. Either that or they were selling tacos. I can't really tell. And as in all my driving videos, I'm sorry about the air conditioner being on, but if I don't, my phone overheats. I'm actually freezing right now, but the sun coming in through the windshield will heat up a phone pretty quickly. Because we're in South Texas, and we're probably 90 minutes from the Mexico border. I think the closest border crossing is Laredo, going straight west. But if you go south down to Brownsville, it's a little bit longer. Could be wrong. I live in my truck full time. I have an F-150 with a Leer Topper. Please don't use me as your source of facts or information. I can't believe I'm wrong. The homeless guy in Texas said it was this way, but it weren't. It weren't that way. It was another way. There's a plane coming right across the screen. Maybe doing touch and goes. Maybe. When I first moved here, this Navy base was open. Came here and saw an air show that was actually pretty good. It's the only air show I ever went to, and it was a good time. Especially they had 2 biplanes. Are we allowed to say bi anymore? That's just what they identified as. They were biplanes. You know, the double wing planes like Orville and Wilbur Wright flew. Actually, I think they had like 9 wings, didn't they? Any Dookie Howser. They were having like a stunt air flight, and it was amazing. It was amazing. They had smoke coming out of the back, and Blue Angels were here, and you could climb aboard different types of planes and jets and helicopters and see what was going on. It was a really good time. Brought the boys here. All the military people they had working were just super friendly and really informative. They had people stationed. They had an army set up here. Each branch of the armed service was represented. So what's this say? Seatbelts and driving while intoxicated laws. How far can we go, guys? How far can we go before they tell us we can't go no more? U.S. government property. Well, that's as far as I'm going. Hey guys, I really appreciate you riding along with me today. There's the U.S. government. There's your tax dollars hard at work right there. Thanks for watching.